How you doing, guys? It's good to see you.
Great, good.
I'm going to say we should let our viewers into a secret that this is the first interview you've done for this, isn't it?
This is the very first one, so you're getting it all fresh.
Yeah. See?
Yeah.
Now, I don't know, were either of you Star Trek fans before this or not?
Yeah, I watched the original show as a boy and caught quite a few of the subsequent series. So, for me it was, a big thrill to be a part of this.
Why do you think Star Trek has endured for so long? I mean, we're 40-odd years since it started. Was it 62? Was the first? Why is the appeal still there?
A couple of guesses, and one is the Roddenberry created just really meaningful characters, for whatever it is that pull between Kirk's passion and Spock's logic that has said something to generations and has really appealed to them. But it also has a very optimistic and hopeful vision of our future. And the Enterprise is essentially a group of people of different genders and races and species working towards a common goal, and so I think that's just a very attractive message.
It was quite groundbreaking in its day as well, because you had a black American female,
that's right.
You had a Japanese character, which Russian as well in the Cold War, and then you had a Scot. It had to be. No Kiwis though.
No Aussies or Kiwis on the bridge of the Enterprise.
Now, it's not so much an impression that you do; it's more the embodiment of the character itself. What did you do to get that?
Well, that was the challenge with taking on such an iconic role that was, so wonderfully developed and performed by the late Mr. Kelly. As a long-term Star Trek fan, I felt that if I was going to go to this movie, I wanted to see some semblance of continuity. So it was really a process of trying to distill the character down to the very sort of essence of what it would
What's
be.
What's a McCoyism? What would you say?
I think he's irascible, he's cantankerous, he has this prickly outside, but beneath that he's got this heart of gold, and he's just the most caring, altruistic, loyal friend in the universe. And that's kind of really, sometimes when I approach a character, I try and come up with a sentence that I can say to myself before I go on set, which kind of just is like a big jumper that comes over you and envelops you, and that's what it was for me.
Well, for me, it really came from the physicality. I mean, I thought briefly about how do I do George, but it just seemed like a dangerous road to go down, and also an impossible voice to replicate. So that seemed like a bad idea. But really, for me, I trained physically for a couple of months before to get into this role, because I was starting from ground zero in terms of action stuff. But that seemed to inform it more than anything else. Just the way he stood and sat and killed.
Yeah.
So
yeah, he does that. Guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. Good luck with the film. It's fantastic.
Thanks very much.
Cheers.
Thank you.